obviously in the zone tonight, JR. I'm ready. Could you tell us how much fun is it to not only be in a system that fits your skill set, but encourages you to shoot?
It's extremely fun. It's easy to play. I get a lot of shots, so it's easy for me to get into a rhythm early. And once I start shooting, whether I make or miss, I just keep shooting. So it's a great situation.
Jacob Eisenberg, Sheridan Hoops. LeBron, you and DeMarre seemed to be drawing a little bit in the first half, but after he went down, you seemed to share a moment. Can you possibly share what you said to him?
Well, at the end of the day, we all the Brotherhood. The NBA is the Brotherhood, and you never want anyone to get injured, even in combat. And you know, so that's what went through my mind. Obviously, I love competing versus anybody who loves to compete as well. He's one of those guys that was competing throughout the night, throughout the postseason. You know, and I'm not sure about the severity of the injury right now. You know, but I hope he has a recovery, whatever it is. You just don't want anybody to get hurt like that.
LeBron, Kevin, NBA TV. Could you tell us the difference, or which, I guess, the group of shooters you played with in Miami, and compare those to these groups that you have now, because both can explode?
Well, I've been fortunate enough to play with some shooters to help spread the floor for myself and what I do best, and that's being in attack mode. And you know, to be able to play with all-time greats like Ray Allen. You know, you also play with Mike Miller, Shane Battier, James Jones, Steele. And then you get a guy like J.R. Smith who's able just to shoot the ball and have the extreme confidence that every time you let it go, that it's going in. I've been blessed to play with guys like that. You know, and when you have guys like that, you have to utilize them. You know, why they on the floor.
Brother, can you, Phil Belton, can you talk about the well-set play, last 37 seconds when you went for a dunk?
Well, Coach drew up a play, and you know, we just tried to run it to perfection. You know, he drew up a play, and you know, double T came up and set a screen and roll, and I was able to you know, get to the middle of the floor, and you know, the ability, the way we were shooting the 3-ball tonight, you know, kind of kept those last 2 defenders, you know, at bay, and I was able to just turn the lane and you know, make a big play for our team, you know, at that time.
Mark Schwartz, ESPN. I have one for both of you guys. JR, before you came to Cleveland, you had a certain reputation in the league. People had a certain idea of who you were. How important was it for you to change that reputation, and what steps do you think you made as soon as Cleveland called you saying that they were interested in trading for you?
I mean, it was extremely important because more than anything, it's for my parents. You know, the parents, they know what type of person they raised, and they know the type of person they inspired me to be. So it wasn't really for myself, it was more for them, if not for anybody.
LeBron, when the organization first approached you and said we can make a move to get J.R. Smith, but we have concerns, what was your idea about the importance and the value of getting a player like this in your franchise?
Get him here and I'll take care of it.
Say you plan to take care of it.
Yeah, I got him. You get him here, I got him.
LeBron, here in the corner, playing League Sports Radio 680 The Fan. What worked for you for the team defensively against the Hawks in their three-point shooting? And for JR, how important was it for you to keep things rolling after you got hot early?
Well, I mean, we have a great coaching staff, first of all, that gives us a game plan. And, you know, we kind of, throughout these 6 days, we kind of been bouncing, you know, ways we can try to, you know, not stop what they do, but just try to limit some of their touches, limit some of Kyle Korver's touches and some of the other three-point shooters. But, I mean, we're the #1 defensive team in the playoffs, you know, and, you know, that has a lot to do with what we go out. As a coaching staff, they give us our game plan, and then for us as the players, we go out and execute it. And in order for us to win, ultimately, we have to defend. You know, tonight we shot 44% from the field, but we defended, gave ourselves a chance. And, you know, when you defend at a high level, you can give yourself a chance to win every night.
I just try to just roll with the punches almost. I mean, once the team pretty much starts closing out to you at bay, just try to, get in attack mode. At the same time, try to find my teammates. So it's kind of hard when you hit shots that I was hitting to, try to pass the ball. But you gotta figure out a way.
LeBron, Jonathan Simmons from Real Talk Sports, WIGO 1570. You touched on it a little bit, but two quick questions. What was it that you saw in JR that made you very in favor of bringing him to Cleveland? And number two, what type of satisfaction do both of you get after having a game like this against the Bucks?
Well, me and JR's history goes back long before he came into the NBA. Before he came to the NBA, he came to my hometown. We worked out, multiple days, multiple times. And for me as a leader of the team, you always just want to try to give someone an opportunity. With the talent this guy presents, I knew the man he was, and I didn't really care about what everybody else thought about him. Obviously, our front office, they have the last say so. And for me, they have the last say so. But when they made it, and saying that they was going to do it, I was definitely all for it. I felt like for me, we was getting a great piece. We was getting a great piece not only on the floor but off the floor as well, because I'd known him before he even got to this point. To answer your second question, to be able just to make plays to help your team win is all that matters for me. And have a guy like this that was shooting the ball extremely well. We broke the game open, but also contributions from Delly off the bench once again. And then our two bigs, both of them have double-doubles, in their time. It was big time.
Irving, Cleveland.com. Two questions. One, could you take us through what happened in the third quarter? I think you stepped on the camera guy, and then two, after some really good quarters offensively, second, third quarter, you guys seemed to get out of rhythm a little bit in the fourth. What happened there until you finished with that dunk?
Well, like I said, in the third quarter, I went to contest DeMarre Carroll's three-point attempt, and the cameraman, I guess his foot was out further than it should be, but I stepped on his foot and turned my ankle. Happy that it didn't cost me the rest of the game. I was able to go back out there and make a few plays. I think, to answer your second question, we can't worry about how many points we're up, how many points we're down. We have to continue to play our game. And it starts with me. I take all responsibility of it. Fourth quarter, I played way too much isolation basketball, one-on-one basketball, a lot of defense to set, and I was letting the clock run down way too much, either for me to just I had to take the shot, or I was giving it to my guys leading the shot clock, and they couldn't do nothing with it besides shoot it or turn the ball over. So I will do a better job. I'll probably watch the game over again tonight as I try to get my body ready for game 2. So it starts for me.
Dave McMenamin, ESPN.com, LeBron. What Kyrie's going through right now, can you say anything to him? Is this something that he has to become resigned to the fact that maybe the rest of the playoffs he'll be laboring through these injuries?
It's tough, and I know it sucks for him. This is the moment he's been waiting for. It's the biggest stage, and physically, he's not capable of doing what we all know he's capable of doing. And it's starting to, I guess, hopefully it doesn't continue, or hopefully it doesn't get into his mind. And for me, that's my role at that point. To let him know when he's on the floor, no matter what he's going through, we need him to be aggressive. As aggressive as he can be with the injury. And not worry about, things that he cannot control. Only worry about the things that he can control, and like I said, that would be my job to help him understand, no matter what he's going through physically, never let it creep into his mind where it affects him mentally.
LeBron, Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com, to your right. You mentioned the defense in the postseason for you guys, giving up 51 to Atlanta in the first half, then 38 the rest of the way. What changed in the second half for you?
We started to get a kind of a rhythm of what they wanted to do, but we also just put pressure. not only at the point of attack, but when the ball was moved from side to side. And like I said, we have our coaching staff gives us a game plan, and it's up to us to execute it. And they're going to make shots. They want to, if not the best, with Golden State, best offenses we have in our league. We're just trying to make it tough on them.
Jason Lloyd, Academic Journal. You mentioned the ISO ball. Do you know, in the midst of it, in the middle of the game, can you feel it slowing down? Can you feel that you're doing it too much, or is it only after the game when you can kind of decompress a little bit and look at the numbers?
I kind of sense it. I sense it during the game a little bit. You know, and it's tough. You know, sometimes, you know, with our main ball handler not being on the floor. You know, something that's in Kyrie, and something that I'm not happy with, something I'm not really comfortable with doing. I can do it, but I don't like to play too much isolation basketball late in the game. I'd much rather get the ball moved from side to side and get a good look after that. So, like I said, I'd be more conscious about that in game 2. You know, if that opportunity presents itself, where at least you know, I can get the ball moving to start, and then maybe at the backside, or like the third option, I can get it back at the end. And at least we got the defense moving instead of them just watching me pound the ball for 24 seconds. It's not good basketball.